Hey guys, happy Friday, like I would normally write on the board. So our warm-up today is a little different than normal. I found you the 1970s version of the Veldt. There is no updated version at this time, so bear with the quality of the movie. It looks like actually someone was filming maybe a TV with their camcorder or a phone. But normally you know that before we do narrative writing, as you can see from our title, which we're doing today, I would have us watch some sort of reenactment of it, just to give you ideas. You can have this playing while you work on the narrative writing planning. You can do the narrative writing planning here with me, then go watch it. You can watch it, then pause me, watch it, come back to me, whatever you prefer. But yeah, that's there as a resource to help get your ideas going, give you more of a visual beyond the different pictures and things that I've used this week. As always, please just reach out, call me, beat me if you want to reach me, Kim Possible. If you need help, again, really hope you guys are getting that reference. Otherwise, it's just going to make me really sad and feel even older than I am. Directions: complete the writing prep questions below to warm up for today's writing exercise. Bold your answer for multiple choice questions, or you can highlight it. Type your answer in the box or on the line for a short answer question. Our prompt probably is going to sound pretty familiar, but I've given you a little bit more creative freedom than normal. Write the next chapter of the Veldt from whichever point of view, so first or third person, and character that you choose. So you can choose Peter, Wendy, Mr. McLean, because the next chapter, we know there's going to be some people missing probably, right? So from whichever character you choose, make sure you introduce the setting, characters, and conflict using dialogue and other narrative techniques. We are focusing on reviewing dialogue with this assignment. Use high school ready sentences to answer the IA style prompt. Dialogue is required. So the thing that I'm mostly having us review is dialogue. You'll see in the notes that I linked review videos for all parts of dialogue, but I really want us to refresh that one, especially because so far, again, I'm recording these prior to the week starting, but so far on the survey opinions that I saw, most of us checked that we wanted more review on narrative writing. Again, pause me here if you want to go watch the Veldt and then do your writing prep questions. If you want to do them with me now and not watch or watch later while you're writing, that's completely fine. Writing prep questions. Number 1, whose point of view is the next chapter written from? So choose Peter Hadley, choose Wendy Hadley, or Mr. McLean, the psychologist. Number 2, the narrative is written in which point of view? So are you going to be writing in first person, or are you going to be writing in third person? So I guess if you chose Peter, Wendy, or Mr. McLean because you wanted to specifically write as them, you're going to need to choose first person. You could also choose third person and choose one of those characters, but have the narrator say the inner thoughts of Wendy or Peter, but not say it as I. So the narrator would say, Wendy thought to herself, and focus in more on Wendy's perspective, but you could do it from third person. It's more difficult, but if you're looking for a challenge, that might be what I'd choose. Number 3, what other characters from the original story you're going to use? I did include Lydia and George Hadley on here, even though we know they have met their untimely demise. Because if there's a flashback or mention of them, you might need to select them here. I've also given you a place to create your own character. I've also listed the lions as a character and any other animals from the African Veldt grassland that you would like to use. I then gave you a place, and this one's a little different. It kind of occurred to me that before we've been trying to focus on developing great settings, but I never asked you in your planning what setting from the original story will you include. Go ahead and choose if you're going to use the Hadley's Happy Life Home, the Veldt Nursery, or create your own setting. Maybe you have the nursery no longer go to the Veldt. Maybe the children choose a different place. They choose outer space. They choose wherever you want to go. Italy, because it's on lockdown. I don't know. Whatever you want, guys. So get creative with that. What conflict might you include in this chapter? Make sure it builds on details from the original story. This is where you guys normally don't do a lot of planning, or you fill this out and then you say like, oh, what am I going to write about? Use this to briefly bullet point out some ideas of conflict that characters are going to disagree on. If you find that you hit a writer's block, add more characters, because adding more characters means there's more dialogue, more people are talking, and therefore there's more for you to write because they're talking and they're probably going to get in some sort of conflict, whether or not it's them all out arguing like Kimon might write, because that's the kind of characters he likes to write. Yes, Kimon, shout out there to all of your narratives. Or if it is them choosing to team up and be friends, whatever it might be. Just start to jot out those ideas. Yeah. Go ahead and pause here if you need more time for your planning. And for today, KIPPsters will be able to write a next chapter narrative of the Veldt by Ray Bradbury. Notes are pretty straightforward. Rules for writing dialogue. You use quote marks and you use commas. Number 2, always create a new paragraph line for speakers. So you just hit enter. That's all. There's an example of incorrect usage. You can see the dialogue tag in the graphic I put there for you. And then underneath I have a list. Strong narratives must show a clear point of view, use narrative techniques such as dialogue, pacing, description, reflection, use transition words and phrases, and use high school ready sentences and structure, and provide a conclusion. I've then listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different review videos for you to check out based on what those strong narratives might have. There's tips for just about everything if you chose to write in third person, writing in first person, pacing, improving dialogue. These were all made by other teachers, but rather than me talking at you anymore about it, those are there for you. Feel free to skip around, rewatch, play them while you're working again. If you want to pause here and look through all of those and then come back, go ahead and do that now. And then the last part of this, go ahead and there's actually 2 last parts, but one's a really big thing, and then one's a very small ask I have for you. Next, you're going to write your next chapter, type your response. I gave you a box to put it in, and it should response to the prompt given on page 1 of writing this next chapter. Make sure you use dialogue. Like I said, that is the emphasis of our aim, and make sure it's a minimum of 2 pages. But this box is formatted already for you to be in double space, and all you need to do is write 2 pages double spaced. And if you're focusing on dialogue, you will fill it very, very quickly, because we know there's a new line for every character that speaks. Honestly, me asking you to do dialogue for that long, I should probably add more minimum pages, but I'm not trying to stress us all out on our week 1 in virtual learning, okay? If you need any help, please ask. If you are having problems with the formatting, just shoot me a text, come to office hours. I will pop into your document and we'll get it straightened out and fixed for you. That is the bulk assignment for today and the bulk of what you will get points for. Yes, you just saw me say thank you to someone in my household who gave me something. And your last thing is I've added a student survey for the week. Again, it's linked in the Google Classroom, but it's also, there's a link at the bottom of your document. It's more just more me getting your opinion. It's been a week since the original survey went out, and now you've done 5 lessons virtually, and I want to get your opinion again. Likely by this time next week, I will have written all of your lessons for the following week, but I will still have time to tweak them, change things, just ongoing getting your opinion so we can try and make the best of this situation and have the most fun. And if you all are coming to my Google Hangout office hours like I'm asking you to, I probably have heard a lot of these things, but easy 100 extra credit points for doing that opinion survey again. Trying to rain down these extra credit points for y'all, because I want you to end quarter 3 with really strong grades. Yeah, That being said, come to my office hours, come see me. If it's after 10 on Friday, y'all got to wait till Monday to come see me in office hours. If it's before 10 because you got up and at 'em, because you miss me, I will see you at 10 a.m. today. Great. Bye, guys.